This is probably the easiest question in quiz 2. I service from a dive in pressure group U. If I then plan to do a 45-minute surface interval, what would the deepest allowable depth be if I wanted to do a second dive of 50 minutes? So it is a question involving 2 dives, and therefore we obviously want to draw up our 2-dive diagram. Always be methodical. Enter the information that you're given onto a diagram, and it makes it much easier to figure out how to use the RDP to answer the questions. So looking at the question, the first bit of information I'm given is that I surface from a dive in pressure group U. So I need to put the pressure group after the first dive in on my diagram as U. Then the next bit of information I'm given in the question is that I have a 45-minute surface interval, so I can enter that in the surface interval section. And then I am told that 50 minutes is how long I want to go for my second dive. And the question is, what is the maximum allowable depth? So I can put my question mark in on the depth part of my diagram and get out my ERDP ML. So once I have my ERDP ML out, I can turn it on and I can turn the sound off. Now, what mode do I need to be in? I can't jump straight to maximum depth mode. As I look at my diagram moving from left to right, I have a pressure group and I have a surface interval. When you've got those 2 pieces of information, you should be in dive planning mode. So dive planning, enter, multi-level, no, first dive, no. And now it's not asking me, do you want to know what your pressure group is after a surface interval, yes or no? It's asking me, do you know the pressure group after the surface interval? So no, I don't know the pressure group after the surface interval, and it then says, fine, give me the pressure group before the surface interval. So I can do that, pressure group U, and I can give it the surface interval, 45 minutes, and it will tell me that I'm in pressure group J. So now that I know I'm in pressure group J, what I can do is I can go in to the maximum depth mode. I have all the information I need to use the maximum depth mode. So maximum depth, first dive, no. Pressure group after the surface interval, I've just calculated that as J. How long do I want to go for? 50 minutes, and it tells me a safety stop would be required and my maximum depth would be 45 minutes. So the correct answer to this question, my maximum depth would be 45 feet. That is the correct answer to this particular question.